Welcome back, boys and girls. So an exciting one for those of you with a Super NT or looking forward to getting one on the next shipment. Should be what, the beginning of March, the next shipment's coming out. But man, all last night, all yesterday, into the wee morning hours, everybody's sending me messages. Dude, the Super NT Jailbreak has arrived. Why aren't you showing it? What's up? How come you haven't tested it out? What's going on? Well, it's a very busy day yesterday. I got the word fairly early, but did not have a chance to mess with it until late last night. And by the time I messed with it, it was bedtime, you know what I'm saying? So today we're going to take a look, talk about it, show you how you can get it, how you install it. Very easy and simple stuff. As you see here up on my screen, we do have the Super NT up, and we now have a feature called Browse SD Card, obviously. So here's my Super NT, boom, and as you see, I do have an SD card in there. So what I am using right now, as you see, just open up my SD card. I am using the Smoke Monster EverDrive packs. I have one that I've adapted a little bit and changed up, so if you also use his packs, you might notice some little things that are different in this. But essentially, this is his pack with some additions that I had made, with some of his extras added to it. So what I have here, don't trip, not everything's going to work. The MSU1 stuff will not work. The special chip games will not work. At this time, none of that is supported, but who knows, in the future, they may as well be supported. So most of your original games, and then hacks and, you know, homebrews, betas, prototypes, translations, all that kind of stuff should work no problem. Different regions and all that stuff. Like I said, just the special chips and then certain other things are not going to work at this moment. I found a couple normal games that work on my SD2 SNES but will not boot on here. But then also at the same time, I found games on here that won't boot on my SD2 SNES that will boot on here. One of them, as an example, is a Japanese release game that I was waiting for months to get an actual cartridge of, and it never showed up. Pissed me off because it was coming from Japan. But this Chao Aniki, this game right here boots up on the NT, the Super NT, but on my SD2 SNES, it will not boot up. Crazy stuff, but watch, I'll show you. Loads up, you can't see behind me, but it loads just like, you know, the Super Turrican, Super Turrican 2, how those load, you know, it's pretty quick, couple seconds, loads up, no problem. But as you see here, boom, no problem. This game loaded up just fine. Awesome stuff. And then, let me see. The one game that I did find that I've been playing a lot of, probably out of anticipation because I have an actual Neo Geo coming, but the Super Nintendo version of Samurai Showdown. I used to have that back in the day. So I've been playing that one quite a bit on the SD2 SNES, and it works. But on here, when I load it up, it goes through the Takara logo, and then sometimes it will show part of like this, you know, the developer program by, and then it either glitches out or it doesn't load. So I don't know the deal with this. Might want to try a different ROM, I guess. But as you see, it's not going anywhere. Very weird stuff. But yeah, let's see if we can check out let's just pick a random game. Yeah, as you see in the background, the game's just glitched out. So your mileage may vary if you're using these packs. So just keep that in note. MSU1 games will probably load, but they won't play the audio, I think. We could try it. I have Chrono Trigger on here. No, it's not going to load. Let me see. Yeah, it's not set up. It might load, but if it does load, it's not gonna function with the music. And actually, this one has the full motion video. So I wonder. Let's see. I would be surprised. It's just probably just playing the normal ROM without it being patched, but that's okay. Let's reset it and let it see if it. I think it's just playing the normal ROM. See if it'll play the opening, the little opening full motion video. I highly doubt it. Let's see which intro it goes into. Just a little test. You know, I don't think it's going to work, but I think it's just playing the normal ROM. But let's see. Yeah, just playing the normal ROM. That's all right. Didn't expect it to do anything else. But here you go. Pretty awesome stuff. Just wanted to quickly go over this and show you, like, hey, we've got it. It works. Might want to test your ROMs out. Like I said, couple issues with the EverDrive packs from Smoke Monster, but not a huge deal. Most of the games I've tested that I want to play work. Just a handful of them that don't. I mean, what are you going to do, right? Let's see. See if Secret of Mana boots up. A lot of people want to play Secret of Mana. Boots up just fine, right? Let's see. Let's do, oh wait, no. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we see it works. It's just like I said, some games you might want to change your ROMs out or check them first. But pretty simple stuff. So let's go ahead and go on over to the webpage where you're going to download the firmware, Jailbreak, and kind of discuss that. So let's do this. Okay, guys, so here we are. This is where we're going to want to go to this GitHub page. I will put a link in the description so you can grab this Jailbreak firmware. Pretty sweet. So pretty simple stuff. What you're going to do, you're going to get this custom Jailbreak firmware for the Analogue Super NT. Bam. So you're going to want to make sure you format your SD card. Make sure you use a SD card formatter or some kind of tool to format. Don't just I would say don't just format it through the operating system. Use an actual program. That's what a lot of people are recommending. So what you're going to do is you're going to get this right here, this .bin file, which is going to be your Jailbreak firmware. You're going to pop that onto an SD card with nothing on it. Just pop it onto a blank SD card. And then once that transfers over, throw that bad boy into your Super NT. No cartridge, anything, plugged into it. Turn it on. Make sure you have your monitor or your TV on. Turn the system on, like I said, and the light on the reset side is going to blink. It's going to blink red for a while. Don't do anything. Just let it run through its process. It could take, 2 to 3, maybe 4 minutes. So just be patient. When it is done, the menu screen will pop up on your monitor. That's why I said make sure your TV or monitor is on, because it will not display anything for a short while. It'll only display the menu once the firmware is on there, once you have that jailbreak done. So that's easy. That's simple, the easiest part to it. The next part, which is still easy, would be getting your games onto an SD card formatted for the system to recognize it. So this kind of explains it. You can do it multiple ways. But this is saying create a folder called SNES at the root of your SD card, which is what I did right here. The saves folder was created after I plugged this into the system. But what I did was SNES folder, boom, and then I put my EverDrive packs in here from Smoke Monster, plus, like I said, the additional ones that I added. So I just threw those all in there. And that was pretty much it. So it's telling you put SNES at the root of your folder or the SD card, which you don't even have to. You can just put all your games or subfolders there, but it just makes it a little cleaner and easier. So this is telling you the system will search for ROMs in the SNES folder first. That's the way it's designed. So I guess in order for it to be a quicker, seamless, operation of playing your games, you do want to make sure you have the SNES folder, but it will work without it. Or the root of the directory if there's no SNES folder. So it'll check either or, but it'll check the SNES folder first. The maximum number of files that can be placed is going to be around 300 to 500. And if you use the EverDrive packs, you don't have to worry about it going over that because they are formatted properly and they actually have a lot less than that per folder. So running your ROMs, just like we did, select the browse SD card and then hit enter or your A button, whatever you have it set to as confirm on the file name to run it. And that's pretty much it. Saves will go into the saves SNES by default. You can directly place an SD2 SNES or Super EverDrive SD card in, and it will properly detect this by checking for the requisite save game folders in this order: saves, NES folder, SPED, which the EverDrive save folder, or SD2 SNES saves, so the SD2 SNES folder. So that's pretty cool that it recognizes all that. It's a good idea to back up your saves before using this firmware. When the game is exited back to the menu, it will write the save automatically. So to save your progress, be sure to return to the file menu before turning the system off. So that is an important one. That's actually one that I didn't realize. So you do have to make sure you exit to the menu. So just use your hotkeys or your shortcut key, whatever you have it set to go back to the menu in order for it to save your game file. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So I think that's pretty much it. Core supported SNES and Super Famicom. So hey, there's definitely going to be a lot more coming out with this. This is pretty awesome. Looks like there are some issues reported. Add checksum for the firmware. Select stops working to leave. SRAM saving isn't working correctly. Height with bug. Haven't been able to get any game that uses SRAM to keep it safe. Every once in a while, switching games. Random save deletion. And now, using the advice given in the other issue about using SD card formatter, I did that and now I have a different set of results. Been able to reliably save and restore saves in Dragon Quest V and Emerald Dragon through all kinds of switches, but Dragon Quest 3 and 6 and Glory of Hercules 3 will still frequently lose saves. I cannot get the save functionality to work at all. Blah, blah, blah. Somebody fixed their save problem by using the SD formatter 5, version 5. So it looks like, there might be a couple issues here. I haven't tested out save files, but these people are mentioning that. But when I look on my actual SD card, the saves that it created from just jumping in those games are there. The Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana. So that's interesting. So definitely keep tabs on this. Any new information that comes out, I will be reporting on. I think this is awesome stuff. And it's just the early days of what we're going to be able to accomplish with the Super NT. So appreciate you guys stopping in. Smash that like button, subscribe, do all that wonderful stuff. And with that said, guys, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out. Bye-bye. Boom.